Hey guys, welcome back to Recreational Sniper. Today in this video I'm going to be working with a buddy of mine, Remington 700 Tactical 16-inch 308, and we took it out and we shot out up to 800 yards with it, no problem, other than he kind of was running out of adjustment range on his scope before 800 yards. But we still managed to get a couple hits on target with it. But today we are working on developing an actual drop chart, like the ones that I developed for my guns, my rifles. And so I'm helping him to develop that drop chart so that he's got a quick reference drop chart, or a hasty ballistic chart, if you will. You know, so you can range a target. The idea of the drop chart is to be able to range a target, and at any range and any temperature, you will be able to look at that chart and then immediately get a usable and effective firing solution to be able to hit that target however far away it is, whether it's 0 degrees outside or 100 degrees outside. You'll be able to get an effective firing solution to hit that target, whether that target's at 300 yards or 600 or 700 or 800 yards. And so we're gonna chronograph through his rifle, chronograph the ammunition he's using, get a baseline for it, an average of, say, 5 shots, what they average, and then we're going to use a ballistic calculator and we're going to test, get it zeroed at 100, and then we're going to test it and test the ballistic calculator, test the drop on the rifle, and index the scope turrets to where they need to be to hit at 300 according to the calculator, and then fire a few shots and see how it goes. Likely the points of impact are going to start shifting a little higher because the temperature is going to warm up fairly quick today. We're going to be starting out at about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and then within 20 or 30 minutes or an hour or so, it'll be up over 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So there's going to be a big fast temperature change, which is going to affect the burn rate of the powder in the cartridges, and that's going to affect the point of impact on the target. And so as the temperature rises and the powder heats up, it's going to increase velocity of the rounds, which is actually going to decrease the amount of drop you have, because higher velocity means a higher impact downrange. It's a pretty simple equation there. So anyways, we'll get into it. I'm going to film some of this. We're not going to film a whole lot of it. Alright, so we know how fast the rounds are running out of your gun. We got the temperature. According to the calculator, we need to come up 4.82 minutes of angle. So you can either come up a full 5, or you can come up 4 3/4. So I need to come up 5. Yeah, come up to index your scope to 5 on the elevation.
1/4 inch of 20.
So from there you just dial it up to 5. You can either go to 4 3/4 or you can go to 5. If you go to 4 3/4, it's going to shoot a little low underneath the bullseye, and if you go to 5, it's going to shoot a little over. How'd it do? He said it hit just over the bullseye, like I said it would.
Damn. Good, that's good doping, man. I gotta learn me some of that shit. just left. That'd blow your mind right there. And a scope. Waves. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
they got a book out there on.
Well, we were, and that's last weekend when we were at 800 yards that at the top of that hill, and the sun was coming up over here,
Mm-hmm.
and it really started screwing with you, because it was coming up in front of us, and the top of that. So there you go. That's dead center. Go ahead and put a one or two or a couple more down there if you want, just to see how good your group is. Yeah.
That's hard to buy that book that tells you the different kind of waves you look at.
Yeah, but you could actually see at the top of that hill that you could see the heat waves bending to the right. You could tell that the wind was going that way.
That's pretty cool. I can't say I've ever seen that, even though I've heard about it.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know, that was a straggler.
That one, shoot another one. I mean, you shouldn't be having any impact shift just due to the barrel being warm. I mean, it's a fairly heavy barrel.
That might have been me. Probably was.
Anticipating the recoil a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good enough for me, I think.
Yeah. Good deal.
It was right next to mine, up top left.
There's your group. Oh, Grant's pretty good behind a gun, ain't he? Flinched.
Huh?
You had the other two like this, and then you flinched, shot that nowhere.
Yeah, that trigger's pretty heavy on that gun.
Yeah. It's adjustable, I just hadn't messed with it yet.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Nah.
it does
I don't
buck a
need
little
ring.
bit.
I got some, thank you.
I'm good right now. Thanks.
to screw up. That's what happened when you put one on there. Throw that to the side. That's 338 the puller he had.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that thing was horrible. I was like, Jiminy.
Alright guys, so in the previous couple of clips, we're working on, getting a good velocity average recording for his rifle, so in the future when we take it back out, we know more about exactly what is going on, how much bullet drop he's actually got on that 308 at whatever distance we're shooting. And you got to get a good average on muzzle velocity for that to occur. And then after we got our average on muzzle velocity and got our zero at 100, we extended the range to 300 yards and then used the ballistic calculator based on his muzzle velocity and the temperature outside. We calculated a firing solution to be able to hit the 300 yard target, and it worked pretty effectively. I did notice that it was kind of grouping a little bit high and to the left, but that's okay. That can be worked around. There, we can fine tune what's going on. Also, I'm trying out this mic thing since I've never had a mic used on the channel, and some of you guys have had some complaints about the poor audio quality and have suggested that either I really need to face the camera when I'm talking, or I need to get a microphone and use it to get better audio in. So I actually have a dual mic set up for both of us, so when we go out this weekend and we're going out to shoot 2,000 yards, we'll be able to dual microphone setup, and you can hear better quality of our conversation when we're, between spotter and shooter about our firing solutions and then corrections if we need corrections, which more than likely is shooting 2,000 yards. It may take several shots before we actually get on target. And I think we're probably going to set up another target at a shorter range and shoot there as well, and get his 308 back out going, because I know he wants to shoot it. I just don't think it's got quite enough horsepower to get to 2,000 yards with that short barrel, but we are going to work on some more of that stuff. Going to be bringing the 6.5 Creedmoor and the 6.5 PRC. The Creedmoor ammunition is running 144 grain Lapua FMJ, and it's running at about 20. I think the average that I got was 29 or 28.95 on velocity. Of course, it sounds high, but it's a 26-inch barrel, and I'm using Power Pro, or the Alliant Power Pro 4000 MR powder, as well as Federal 215M Magnum primers. But I will say that velocity is a little bit high, and it's not as predictable as it would be if I lowered it down to, got a little bit lower in the velocity range, get it down to about 2,800. Probably really dial things in and get everything rolling real smooth and groups real tight. The PRC has run 143 grain Norma golden target match bullet, and it's running at 2,893 feet per second from the 27-inch barrel on the PRC. So it's kind of a lower velocity round considering I'm shooting it out of a 27-inch barrel. The printed velocity on the box says it should be running 2980, but we're running about 90 feet per second slower than that. I'm also bringing some rounds I just loaded up. I'm going to be bringing a 145 grain match burner that I loaded in the Norma brass, and I'm using 65 grains of Hodgson's US 869 powder, and I've seated the bullets out to touching the lands, or right before touching the lands. So they are seated long. They do not fit in the magazine. They're going to be single feed only. I don't know exactly what velocity I'll be getting, because seating the bullets out that long and using a powder charge that I just kind of interpolated from some other published load data, and I just picked a number in between, some load data for 143 grain bullets and some load data for 147, because I'm running a 145, and I've picked what I think is a good starting point for that load, and then we'll just have to play with it from there. I loaded 20 of those rounds up last night, and we're just gonna take them out and shoot them. Most of the time, in conventional wisdom, you would want to test all your ammunition at a closer range or whatever at 100 yards, but why not test and tune your ammunition at the range you intend to use it at? Why not test and tune it at 2,000 yards or however far you're planning on shooting with it? Because that is going to really give you an idea of what's going on. So I will be bringing the chronograph so we can chronograph that ammunition and see how it's doing and that sort of thing. But anyways, I'm gonna run in here to the Old Harbor Freight real quick. They've got a pretty good sale going on some those Apache waterproof boxes, and I think I'm gonna pick one or two of those up so that I'll have some better, more protective setup for my gear. So anyways, hope that the audio is coming through good for you guys. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let me know how the audio is doing, if it's better with the mic or not. Hopefully, when I get it set up with both mics on at the same time, hopefully it picks both of us up communicational wise this weekend. But we'll do a couple test runs and see how it goes before we really set in on using it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.